Beyondatc connected.
Happy Friday again. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. And well, this one is random as hell. The Boris Soundpack for the 777 is on Orbex and available for purchase. And I have it installed. It's like 16 bucks or something like that. And we're going to do the very first flight together here live on stream with Boris Soundpack. I just happened to say, what the heck, load up Orbex and see what is going on. And of course, well, to my surprise, there was a Jurassic World update, and then the Boris Soundpack is also available. And I thought maybe it was just going to be a preload, but apparently it is a full version available to be used. So you go ahead and download it from Orbex, and then it drops it in the community folder, and bam, you have it in the community folder, and that's about it when it comes to the Soundpack. Nice, simple, easy, and that is how it should be done. So I had thought about not using Beyondatc for this flight, but we are going to use it. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. So I have it currently set at about 68. I want to bring it down to about 40. And obviously the reason for this stream is to showcase the awesome sound. I'm going to bring up the sounds as well of what Mr. Boris does. Definitely getting the Boris triple sound pack. So awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited to do this. We're going to hear it all together for the very first time. You are slowly turning me into a Boeing simmer. Jay says, welcome in, Jay. All right, let's go and hop into this cockpit here. So let me know if the sounds aren't good. I'm going to bring them. I'm going to blast them. We're going to blast the sounds a bit here, because we want to hear these incredible sounds from Mr. Boris. Let me go ahead and turn down Beyondatc even more, because I don't want that blaring too much. Okay, so we got that turned down pretty low, so hopefully you can mostly hear just the Boris Soundpack on this one. Okay, so here we are in the cockpit of the 777. I need to get and load in my profile, or I already have it. Okay, cool. I already have that set for Mobiflight. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do what we did earlier today. We're going to go to electronic flight bag. So we're going to import our flight plan. We'll go up here to the top, and we're going to go IRS. Well, and this aircraft is called ADIRU. Go to emergency lights. Eventually, it'll start working. Get that going. Window heat going. And then we'll go on down here, get some of these lights going as well. Seatbelt sign, auto. No smoking, auto. Strobe lights are on. Perfecto. Let's go down here to the bottom then. FMC. Position in it. We're waiting for that it pop up, and it just did. Go to next and grab the GPS. Go back one page and drop it on in. Go to route and request the route. SimBrief. I'm going to set the payload, set the fuel, select the route. Now the flickering you're seeing, that's from Sim Update 4, but apparently I was reading, if you roll back your NVIDIA drivers to, I don't know, something 77577 or something like that, technically supposed to fix it. That's at least what's been reported in the flight sim form. That's a new sound, I think. Let's go to load the flight plan. I'm gonna try not to talk too much so you can hear these sounds. We're gonna listen from the inside for one engine start, and then we'll listen from the outside for the second engine. So again, this is my very first time doing this as well. Let's go and get Beyond ATC going so we know what runway we're departing today.
FedEx 1257 Heavy, ready for IFR clearance to Memphis Airport.
I'm gonna have to really pay attention to the screen of Beyond ATC because it's really, really low. 1505. Ooh, I just realized I gotta make a boo-boo. One sec here.
Cleared to Memphis Airport. Radar back to Eldorado, then as filed.
Alright, I just realized I forgot that I unplugged all my peripherals so that I could play Battlefield, and they weren't none of them were working, so hopefully that's not going to cause any problems with this flight. I might have to restart the flight. I'm getting the Mobiflight going again. Have that going. I'm not seeing any rudder pedals, which is not good. And let's see, let's look over here. It's not the button I want. We have throttle, but we don't have rudder pedals for some reason. Oh, we do. Okay, okay. Rudder pedals are working. Okay, everything looks to be working again. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, we got that all set up again. Okay. Let's go ahead and set the altimeter. Good. Runway 6 for departure. So 06. Let's go ahead and pop. Oops. Crap, one button. Let's clear out all this crap. 06, popped it up here. Execute this jazz performance. We're going to go ahead and hit this button here, 0 fuel weight. Accept it there. Perfect. We're climbing up to flight level 290 on this one. And thrust limit, let's go and take a look. That's over here. And we're going to go to the menu. And we're going to go to performance tool. Runway 6 for departure. Import, 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 import. Calculate. Takeoff is 0, so just take off. And then 35 for the temp. That's cool. That's different than what we had earlier today. And what I had yesterday. Alright, we got that all set. Go to flaps 5. CGs 4 for the trim. Alright, departure runway 6. We already have that. Perfect. Oh, why do I want us to clear that out? Let's click on them again. We didn't change runway. And we can't put in the arrival information yet. So that's all set down below, at least for now. Let's go up here to the top, and APU is... Oh, I didn't ever turn APU on. Alright, we gotta wait for the APU to fire up. Because I was a dinkus and forgot to do that. Alright, let's go and put in our altitude of 29 for this flight. This is a short hop. We're going to Memphis. Jay says, nice video on the AI considerations. Agree exactly, but sure you know that. Yeah, it was an interesting video to do. It's a very interesting video to do because, you know, like I said in that video, I could have definitely taken it in different route and said, you know, went on the whole, you know, hate spout and all that stuff. But that's not what the purpose of any of this channel has been. This has been about, you know, doing the best we can as flight simmers. Alright, so we're going to go to checklist here. And I think I figured out why this stuff doesn't work for me all the time. I've been hitting the wrong buttons. So pre-flight checklist, parking brake set, that's all good. Go to normal. And then we have that all set up. Takeoff speeds are set in there as well. Trim is going to be next, completed there. And can we do trim yet? Actually, it was 4, so that's fine. Trim is good. Takeoff briefing is complete. Go to normal here. Alright, I think we're here an APU on. APU is running perfect. Alright, so now we go auto. Go to auto on these guys. That's all grand. Let's go ahead and introduce some fuel pumps. Cool. And we'll go and get our engine start here. I'm going to raise Beyond ATC because that's really, really low. There you go. That's a little better. That was crazy low. Ground FedEx 1257 Heavy ready for startup. We don't have to push back, we're just going to get started up.
FedEx 1257 Heavy, startup approved, call when ready for taxi.
Alright, startup approved. So, let's go on down here. RTO is set. And let's go in and start the engine. So the first time we're going to listen to it on the inside. So, start. Holy smokes, Boris. Okay, that's engine number 2. That's impressive. That's quite impressive. Let's go over here real quick to the left so I don't forget to do this stuff. We're going to go into the ground operations. We're going to remove the, release the ground, remove the chocks, go to ground, actually we're going to go to, what is it now? Doors. We're going to arm the doors. Okay, wow, that was cool. Let's go to the first notch of flaps. Okay, can't really hear anything from the flaps too much in the cockpit here. Give them a couple seconds to come on down. And then we're going to go ahead and start engine number 1 on the outside. Keith, welcome in. Is it released? Yes. Did you find, or did you find character well-deserved self-preview? No, I actually reached out to him for a preview, but he hadn't got back to me. I'm sure his email was just full of stuff, so it is what it is. And I was going to pay him money. I wasn't going to get a free copy either. I wanted to send him money. But it worked out this fine. It's fine. Okay, so we have that all set. Okay, we're going to do engine number 1 next. You ready? We're going to go for the outside in this one.
Continue taxi via Alpha.
Wow, I have chills. Chills, man, chills. Okay, so now let's try to see if there's any sound of the flaps. Try to get the right angle. I don't think we'll hear anything major. Okay, nothing really with the flaps, but man. The sounds, dudes. The sounds. Omega, welcome in. Just bought it. Can't wait to get home. Oh yeah, this is incredible. Oops, wrong button. This is visually looking amazing too. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's impressive. The upcoming PMDG 777 sounds though. The hell with those. This is the cake here, man. This is crazy. Hopefully the Soundpack that comes out from PMDG isn't gonna like break things though. I'm nervous that it's gonna break things. Taxi lights are on. APU is turning off. Okay. Ground FedEx 1257 Heavy ready to taxi to the active. Lima, Charlie, I'm guessing?
FedEx 1257 Heavy,
oh,
runway
just 6.
taxi via Alpha.
Wow, okay.
Runway 6 taxi via Alpha.
Let's listen to some sounds as we make our way out of our area. Anti-ice off, recalls on, flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear. We have rudders, cool. Normal. Flaps are set, checked. And then, come on now. Faster. There we go. And then landing gear next. That's after takeoff. Okay, let's see what it sounds like down the road here. This is a big old plane for this little airport, but this is a real FedEx flight. Not the 777. I think they take the 750, no, 767. Where'd you buy it? Orbex. Yep. Certainly. Fairly certain Boris will truly shine over PMG. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Damn it, as the wallet comes out. Yep.
Contact tower 121.4.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Incredible, man. If you own the 777 Flight Sim 2020 or 2024, I would highly recommend either this or this and the 737 Soundpack. Anything Boris. If you fly any of the aircrafts he's done sound packs for, buy them, because they are truly going to change the experience in the sim. No questions asked. No questions asked. Tower, FedEx 1257 Heavy, ready to go, runway 6.
FedEx 1257 Heavy, Shreveport Tower, wind 030 at Niner, fly runway heading runway 6, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, runway 6, we're clear for takeoff. I'm going to check one thing real quick. I don't know if my sim hub...
Cleared for takeoff. FedEx 1257
I always forget what icon that is. Sim... Oh, it's not even running. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Oh, change games. What the hell? I was like wondering why there was no rumbling going on with my setup here. Oh, we're clear for takeoff. Let's go. Landing lights are coming on. There is the rumbles in my butt with the butt kicker. Yeah, the guy's a legend for sure. Did you get a certain one or the ultimate? I got the ultimate. It's 15 bucks for the ultimate, or 16 bucks, whatever it is with tax in there. Yeah, I just got the ultimate. Since I own, you know, 3 out of the 4 PMDGs, 777s, I might as well. Alright, we're going to do what I normally don't do, which is an outside view on depart. Well, yeah, let's do... we'll do an outside departure here. Okay, so V speeds are 145, and keep your eye on that. Alright, let's bring up those engines. I'm going to shut the hell up. Holy smokes. Alright, go autopilot here. Let's bring up our gear. Let's get things taken care of in the cockpit here. I am sold, dudes. I am sold. I am sold. We'll expect hops 4, runway 18 right, FedEx 1257 heavy. I'll turn down the volume in just a moment, but damn.
Turn left heading 0 for 5, FedEx 1257 heavy.
Holy crap. This is incredible. This truly is incredible. Okay, I did get a runway change. Let me go and bring down the volume just a little bit. You can hear me talk a little bit. Okay, so I got a runway 18 right. So we got a runway change. Let me go ahead and change that. 18 right for the arrival. Holy cow, though. We're almost at 10,000 feet, so landing lights are going to come off in just a few moments. This is phenomenal. This is one of those things like with the iFly is you pump up the volume because it's so incredible to hear these aircrafts. So incredible. Okay, let's go down here for the departure, or sorry, for the arrival. So over to arrival, 18 right for the arrival now via the hops 4 and transition ELD. Execute. Okay, we have that all set up for the arrival. Cool. And everything's looking good. Speed's going up. Holy cow, man. Okay, 495. You get chills. If you get chills from a flight simulator, you're a good person. That's all I can say. You're a good person. These are incredible. I did not spoil myself. I didn't listen to the teaser or the videos that came out that he made. I didn't listen to any of them. I didn't watch any other content creators out there. Nothing. I went into this completely blind. But I knew since it was Boris, it was going to be incredible. And he is not disappointed at all.
Roger, we'll head direct El Dorado, then resume navigation FedEx 12.
Even back here, we were back here earlier today, and even back here just sounds better. Man, all right, we're direct, so let's go LNAV. LNAV is captured. Whoa. I could listen to this sound all day long. I really could. All day long I could listen to this. This is incredible. Wow. Let's see. Okay. He says costs more in Canada side, but as you say, must have. He transformed the 737 and the CRJ. Yeah, for sure. That CRJ, it sounds so much better. Especially like when you're taxiing onto the runway, you're the, you know, that load up. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Omega says I'm ready to go. All right, so I'm ready. Let's go. Game changing. Yeah, for sure. J. Russ says Boris packs are almost a must. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Orkins, welcome in. I'm about to pick this one up. Wow, welcome on in. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing great. We'll always remember we heard it first here. Keith, thank you for that. A definite buy from me as soon as I get back to the sim in a bit. You have the goosies. The moment of full immersion. Boris single-handedly destroyed PMDG sound team. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, clearly the sound is, well, it speaks for itself, man. it speaks for itself. And there are very few products out there in the flight sim world, in my opinion, that can really transition from that's cool to the immersion level is 100%, you know, 100 plus. And anything Boris touches is that for sure. Anything he touches, the sounds just change it's like a brand new plane because the sounds are that impressive. And it's like everyone knows he's the greatest, he's the legend. Now, to be fair, FENIX has done an incredible job. You know, they have Dave over there on the sound team. He's done an incredible job with the FENIX sounds, and they sound really, really good, especially the new sounds they had added. But man, Boris nails it out of the park with the Boeing stuff. Nails it out of the park. I remember the first time I heard his sounds when it was in the PMDG 737, and I was just blown away. Blown away. I was like, holy crap, this is a sound set? And then I got the CRJ, and then eventually the EJET came out, the iFly came out, and I listened to the sounds in that, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was Boris to begin with. I ain't lying. When I listened to the sounds in the iFly for the first time, I was like, holy crap, these are really, really good. These are amazing. Then I found out later on they were Boris sound set. I was like, okay, well done. Well done, you got me. Well, I know what I'm doing the rest of the night. Flying 777s. Holy smokes, yeah, this truly is impressive. This truly is an incredible sound pack, and you know, we knew, like everyone's saying in here, we knew it was going to be really, really good. We knew. Now we'll hear what the landing's like and all that jazz in a bit. Dave from FENIX collaborated with Boris for the triple sound. Did he really? I heard rumors of that. I didn't read enough into it, but that would explain a lot, Simon. Welcome on in. That would explain an awful lot if that's the case. I did read about it a little bit. That's impressive. That truly is impressive. It's incredible. Now the question was asked recently. We were looking at it in the PMG forums this morning on our first two flights, and I did not expect to do another flight today. I've done a lot of streaming today. Did almost an hour worth of Battlefield, and here we are with a second stream of Flight Sim. But we talked about it earlier. Is the Boris sound pack for the 737 going to work in the 2024 version? And we know that he updated the CRJ so that it works with the 2024, with Flight Sim 2024, and you know, the V2 version. And he didn't charge any upgrade fees, nothing like that. So that just shows me that Boris is a good man, especially at the price range. He could easily charge 30, 40 bucks. You know, he can charge $15 per variant if he wanted to, and people would buy it. It's very similar to what Captain was saying in the interview with Beyondatc, is the fact that they could have gone in the direction they were initially going to go with the pricing scheme and made a lot of money and sold a lot of copies, but they want to do what's best for the community. And I feel like Boris does that. You know, 15 bucks for 3 variants is a really good price for the sound set this impressive. Oh, it says so on the Orbex page? Does it really? Let me check. We'll bring it up here. Loading. Did we crash Orbex? Hey, did Boris crash Orbex? Oh, there it goes. It's loading, but it's loading really slow. Oops. Boris Soundpack, the ultimate Soundpack. Can I get to the product page? Here we go. Okay, so here's the Soundpack. So it's 2287 Australian, but then 1482 US. Oh yeah, Boris Audio works in collaboration with Dave from FENIX, the same team behind the industry's most acclaimed audio packages. Wow, it is, yeah. So Dave from FENIX did work on this sound set. That's incredible. That's amazing. Well, that explains a lot. Now, there are some things you can do here. There's switches here. Detail switch, hydraulics, headphone. Now, that's over... Let's see if I can figure this part out. Actually, this is where I need a documentation. I remember seeing something about headphone simulation and all that jazz. There's buttons. Alright, let's see here. Is it down here somewhere? Is it one of these dudes? Let me see if I can find... Let me see if he has a tutorial or whatever, some documentation in the folder. Alright, here, let's see, where's it at? Sound set. This version document. Nope. Sim objects, airplanes. Nope. Okay, so maybe it's in the video. I know it's in the video. The Boris sound video teaser. Alright, let me see if I can find it there. So go to history. Unless someone knows where it is off the top of their head, but let's see. Boris. Alright, trailer. Okay, this is directly from Boris's. Oh, hold on. I don't want here. Hold on. Stop it. Okay. I don't see it in the trailer. Anyone know where it is? I don't know where it is. I know there was like headphone simulation and then there's some other buttons. I don't know where it is though. Is it on the Orbex page? Orbex, Boris Soundworks, let's see. Ultimate Sound Set. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's on the page. Okay, so headphone simulation, cabin chatter is for cab. Headphone simulation off is over here. Oh, up. So we can turn it on there. Okay. So in the cabin one. So it's gone down here and which one is it? This one? And now there's cabin. I think I'm doing the wrong ones. Is it down here? Ah, there it is. So this is headphone, or headphone simulation. And this one is chatter. I don't hear anything. Listen to the switches. Let me turn it up. I'm not sure how well that comes through, but dang. The switches alone are really, really cool. Let's see. It says so on the Orbix page. Okay, look at the key detail features. Gotcha. Jay says, FENIX is a very impressive developer. Such high quality from the front to the back. Yeah, for sure. I wish FENIX would keep making the 350. I agree. Maybe they will. My new WinWing MCU for the 777 just shipped today. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. You ordered that. Apparently, some people are already getting the throttle quadrant, the WinWing throttle quadrant from the global store. Now I'm in the US along with a lot of other people who ordered it, and well, I'm a little nervous now because there apparently is another trade war that's starting up between China and the US, of course. So that might hurt the price a little bit, or it may even delay the shipments. I don't even know how close they are to shipping them out for the US. So hopefully they're like already en route and they already bypassed the tariffs. If that's gonna go up even more, I was reading that it might go up like 100%. Jesus. But hopefully not, and hopefully we can afford our stuff. Headphone simulation? Nope, Boris, we want the sounds. Agreed. Agreed. Wow, this is incredible, guys. Oh, Jesus. Listen to it. That's incredible. Incredible. I wonder how he does the sounds. Like, I wonder how he gets these, because it'd be difficult to... It's very difficult to record this stuff because of all the wind, you know? Like, I wonder how he does it. I'm very fascinated by that. I want to learn the ways. Quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed. I wonder what other planes he's gonna do. I would love to see him do like an EJET, just because I really love that plane, and eventually Flight Sim Studios is gonna have a solid version of that plane come out in good time. But I'd love to see him do like an EJET, because we have the main planes covered now. FENIX already has incredible sounds, so we're going to throw them on the side, and eventually whatever future plane they work on that's not a 320 will have incredible sounds too. Maybe not day one, but eventually they'll get to it. But we have the 737, we have the MAX, we have the 777 now, we have the CRJ. I feel like the EJET's the next one that has to get really good sounds, a nice sound pack. But then you have like the MD-11, you have the 306, you have the 350, the 330, 340 that recently came out. There are so many other planes out there that he can do. I'm assuming he's probably going to hit the ones that have like the highest usage. The CRJ was one of the planes that one of the first planes that was out for Flight Sim 2020. You know, that I'm assuming you want to take advantage of that, because obviously you can make 1,000 different sound packs and they not be very good, or they don't sell very well because those planes didn't sell very well. So you don't balance that out. It's quite impressive though. Alright, so we should be on the ground here at 2311. So within about a half hour's worth of time, we should be in Memphis. And I'm only going to stream the one flight today. I figured, what the hell, I'm going to do this flight, and it would be a fun way to showcase the Boris sound packs right away. That's the only reason I hopped on today's stream, or this afternoon stream. But we'll come back and do it again tomorrow in the morning, as we typically do. So if most people didn't watch it, but I did do a little bit of Battlefield 6 today. I'm shocked at how the servers had lasted. I checked. I guess it must have been a meme, but I saw that the queues were up to like 71,000 or something like that, or 7,100. And yes, it's available for purchase. Yes, on Orbex. On Orbex. I'm not sure if any other store has it yet, but Orbex. I just happened to glance on there and I saw it and I was like, holy crap! Okay, download it, buy it. It's mine. But one, the servers were really, really good, stable. I did the bots, PvE versus or PvP/bots mode, and the first 2 matches I won, which is impressive. But after that, the last one was just bad news bears. Which is bad news bears. All right, let's go ahead and set in our arrival. That's 4,000 feet. Cool. And then we should get our descent instructions momentarily. But like the game looks beautiful. I didn't play the beta. The game looks really, really nice. It's crazy fast paced, so you know, be prepared for that. And I suck at those fast paced environments, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it all the time. Yeah, I got the EA Play Pro, whatever it's called, for a month, and then I'll unsubscribe from it. But it's a good way to try out that game and then go back to playing some F1 racing as well. Speaking of which, I need to put in my calendar so I don't forget to cancel EA. Calendar.
FedEx 1257 Heavy. Descend via Holbrook for arrival. Memphis Airport landing runway 18 right, altimeter 3011.
All right, we got our descent instructions.
Descend via Holbrook for arrival.
Yeah, it was only showcased yesterday. Yeah, I knew it was going to come out this week, and I had this really big suspicion it was coming out this week, and I was saying that this morning, I think, that I was really confident it would be out. It'd be out this weekend, and so I don't know. He must have pulled the trigger. I don't know, within the last hour or so. I didn't even see it on any of the Discords I watch. I was blown away by that. So I was one of the first, I guess. Looks like it came out around 4:30-ish or so, my time. So about an hour ago. Some people have reported some issues with the Orbex page going down, the store going down. It's always fun when us flight simmers can take down a server. You know what I mean? It's always fun. I remember PMG had that problem with the 737. I think they might have had that problem with the 777 as well. And then what was the other one? There was another one that we had killed the store. Like WinWing every time. WinWing apparently goes down every single time when they release a product. I love that. That just shows you the passion we have as simmers, right? The pure passion we have. We're gonna take down your site because we want to buy it. All right, so we're descending into Memphis. This will be about an hour-long stream, or maybe a little longer, because we spent some good time on the ground, listening to these incredible sounds. We'll go on the outside again, so cover your ears if you're squeamish. You can hear the spool up and spool down just so nicely. Here, now it's going down. hear it. And we'll see if it goes back up again. Eventually it will. Eventually. Although we're in descent, so we might not hear it. Or we might not get it. I wonder if they did something with the environment with 2024, with the Sim Update 4, because this also looks like it's new. I don't remember seeing all this haze. This almost is getting closer to Atmos. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I guarantee you this plane is going to be flowing so much over the next probably week. Okay, let's look at our checklist here. So in case you're wondering what I was doing wrong before, I kept on going up to your normal menu and then choosing it from the list. All you got to do is click normal and it goes to the next phase on your flight. And this will save your checklist. That's what I was doing wrong. User error as it typically is with Flight Sim. And me. So descent, recalls, notes checked, air brakes, check, landing data, FMC, init, 163, 154, 146. I'm going to put in 151 for the arrival. Check. Briefing completed. Let's take a look at our charts over here. So arrival, made a runway change, so we'll have to put in that new runway, but the approach is the same. So 18 right for the runway. 18 right is right here. And then, what was the previous runway? Did it pin it? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. And then the star is the Habrok. I don't know. Pop that in there. Airport, let's get that as well. Alright, now we'll go to pinned. And here we are on our approach. 4,000 feet I already have set in there. Let's go to night mode for the charts. Oh, that's weird. Why does it zoom in like that? Oh, okay. Is it broken? Alright, night mode's broken in the PMDG 777. But 4,000 feet there, and then for our approach, we're going to get vectors. We're going to be coming in this way here. We're going to get vectors on in for the arrival. 4,000, we want to be right there, so that's where I'm expecting the vector in. And then on the arrival here, landing at Memphis, runway 18 right is going to be right on the side here. We're probably going to exit, well, let's see. Well, might be able to try to get Mike 4. And then we'll listen to the sounds as we taxi on over to FedEx land here. Big old FedEx. Look how big this FedEx land is. This is massive. It's crazy. So that's going to be the plan of attack. We'll listen to some of the sounds. Normally I don't like to taxi that far, but you know what? These are new sounds. We want to hear them. Hear all the sounds as we taxi on it. We simmers learn from the mistakes. Agreed. Agreed. Does anyone know? I asked this earlier, but does anyone know how to? I know you can move this dude, the tablet. You can move it over here. How do you do that? I haven't quite figured out how to do it. And I always forget to look at the is there like a click spot over here or something? I don't see any click spot. But I know it can jump over here. I've seen videos of people doing it. I just don't know how they've done it. It opens the door. I don't want, oh, what's that do? I'm afraid to click that because that might do that. Alright, altimeter, standard pressure, And 3011 for the altimeter. Perfect. So altimeter set, minimums are set. Radio for the runways, or sorry, for the ILS is all set by itself. We'll zoom on in here for the approach.
396 Memphis Center.
I wish I remember how. I don't know. I've seen people do it. Oh hey. Uh-oh, how to get back? Oh, here we go. Okay, you just click there. That was easy. You get the invisible scary hand. That's really nice to have. I like that. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, if you ever want to know how you put this guy, how to put the tablet over here, you click here to bring it back, but then you click right here, Boeing 777. Click on that, and bam. Actually, watch when you do that. Watch the screen here behind it. Oh, it's just shadow, huh? Yeah, it's just a shadow. Okay, I thought the screen was going smaller. Actually, I think it is going smaller. Yeah, I think it does mess with that. That's cool. That's nice to have, like, right here, because then you can see your approach. So if we go into our star, we can zoom on in, and now we can see it like that. It's perfect. Alright, so then we go to the next checklist, which is approach. Altimeters are set and checked. Next, speed brakes armed, landing, and flaps. Cool. Alright, as we make our arrival here, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside again. I want to spool up again. Irishman just bought the 777 recently, so now he'll buy the Soundpack. Man, what a time to be alive. Look at this. Look at the graphics, man. It's insane. I can't get over how impressive the sim can look. It truly is amazing. P2 says, wait, you're streaming again? Yep, the Boris Soundpack, P2. These sounds are remarkable. They're incredible. Just amazing. I was telling everyone earlier on, but I made sure not to spoil myself, so I didn't listen to any of the videos that have been out already since yesterday. I didn't listen to any of them because I wanted to hear for the first time in the sim myself. I knew it was Boris, so it was going to be great. I want them to spool up again. It's so cool. Yeah, go listen to the takeoff. It was incredible. I did the outside view. Freaking incredible. I'll try to do the same thing on the arrival here for the landing.
Contact Memphis approach, FedEx 1257 heavy.
Alright, come up on 12,000 feet. Or I guess 11,000. So we'll get back into the cockpit here in a second so I get the landing lights on. No, this is not the PMDG Soundpack. This is Boris. B-O-R-I-S, the Boris Soundpack. Bravo, Oscar, Romeo, India, Sierra. This is his Soundpack for the 777. It's like $15 for all three variants. Well worth the money. Well worth the money. I bought this myself too. It's not free. I did not get this free. This is well worth the purchase, I'm telling you. All right, let's hop on inside, get the landing lights on. Even the switches, dudes. Even the switches are incredible. Incredible. Hey, P2, I don't know if you're... Oh, no, you have an AMD card. Never mind, never mind. Right, you have an AMD card. Or do you have a... You're all AMD, I think, right? I was going to tell you about the NVIDIA drivers, but... I think you're all AMD. Alright, coming up on that 10,000. So the flickering I'm having here in the cockpit, this is Sim Update 4 beta, which I was hoping to get a new beta today, but apparently that's not happening. I have 2 more days on vacation left after today, and finally something new came out. I was trying to hold my vacation to see if I heard there's a release date of something coming out, but nothing. So I was like, well, I need to take vacation. I'm due for a vacation. It's been almost a year. I technically still have another week and a half or 2 weeks almost. I can still take time if I want to. I might take something in November, or maybe I'll save it for the first week of December or something. Oh, I should be outside. Yeah, that was ear porn. That's a great way to say it. 1,000,000,000%. It is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna wait for it to come back up again. Hopefully we can hear the spool up. It's so cool. Alright, we got an FMC message, drag required. That's fine. I almost went without Beyond ATC for this flight because I wanted to hear all of Boris. But you know what? I still need Beyond ATC. Still need it. Alright, we're gonna move this dude back on over to his spot. Oh. Man, that is truly remarkable. It's incredible. Unremarkable. Or is it remarkable? Unremarkable? Which is the correct word? Alright, 7,000 feet. Everything's about the Soundpack is just amazing. Absolutely top-notch. Spared no expense, as John Hammond would say in Jurassic Park. Spared no expense. Alright, we should... I don't know if we're going to go the full star here or not, or if we're going to shortcut. Beyond ATC sometimes is a little wild with this vectors. Vectors will be approach. So I take back what I was saying earlier about F1. If you were in the stream earlier this morning, I was saying F1, I didn't like F1 25. But definitely there's something going on with my first install, at least the Steam version. Because I did a couple races this afternoon, and it was great. It was fantastic. So now it's like, what the hell? So now I have to wait for another sale and then maybe eventually buy it. Got a little bit of haze out here. I wonder what's going on there. Yeah, looks like we're gonna do the full star.
FedEx for 42 Heavy, contact Msfs Tower 119.7.
Over to Tower 119.7 FedEx for 42 Heavy.
All right, the plan is tomorrow, probably gonna stream around 9 a.m. Central Time. 9 a.m. Central Time. So that's at least the plan. Maybe earlier if I get up earlier, but we'll obviously be taking the 777 out for, I'm gonna try to aim for 2 flights, at least 2 flights. As I won't be streaming for probably much of next week. I'll try to get 1 flight in, but we'll do the best we can. Do the best we can. But yeah, I'm excited. Alright, we should get vectors any moment now. We should say after skis, turn heading, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go ahead and set in. Oh, here it is. 140.
We've skied heading 140. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 right. FedEx 1257.
Like just listening to the sounds on the inside here of the cockpit. It's incredible. Alright, so we're getting a slight shortcut.
Turn right, heading 115, FedEx 1257 Heavy.
115. Man, that's a picture. Dudes, this is a sim. This is a flight simulator. That is gorgeous. Oh my lord. Jesus. Alright, back in the cockpit here. Flight sim is my favorite travel sim now. I like that, it's pretty good. You can hear like a little a buzz. It's really cool. I like it. I love it. Everything about it is incredible. Alright, we haven't been cleared yet. We're just getting visual. So we're going to hold off arming the approach, I guess. Trusting you, Beyondatc. I'm getting a little nervous now. Roach Murd armed. 11. What do you say? 140.
140, intercept the 18 right localizer.
I record a flight, then I sit in the back in VR like a passenger. That's a brilliant way to do it. We have the field in sight. FedEx 1257 Heavy. All right, yeah. So that instructions was a little late from Beyondatc, but eventually got there.
Cleared visual approach 18 right, FedEx 1257
All right,
Heavy.
speed brakes are armed. We are about 10 nautical miles out, so first notch of flaps coming out. All right, let's listen on the outside for this stuff. All right, gear coming down.
128.425, FedEx 1257 Heavy. Memphis Tower, FedEx 1257 Heavy. Visual runway 18 right.
FedEx 1257 Heavy.
2500.
Land. FedEx
It's a little loud.
1257 heavy.
I think that's new, huh? Yeah, speed. I got the speed. I saw it a little late. I got it now. Thankfully, it's a long enough approach. Now, this can do a Cat 3 landing. Can this airport do a Cat 3? There you can. You can auto land it. Alright, flaps 30 set. Man, it's amazing. Alright, I'm going to shut up for the rest of this landing, let you listen to the Boris Soundpack.
$1,000. $500. $400. $300. $200. Approaching minimum. Glide slope. Glide slope. Minimums. $50, $30, $20, $10.
Reversers are being weird.
Exit left at Mike 4, FedEx 1257 heavy.
Very, very weird. Alright, 181 on the landing. I will take it. I couldn't hear the reversers. I'm gonna see if once we... Maybe I'll try it here while we're taxiing. The reversers didn't want to kick in for some reason. I had that problem on the flight earlier today. Alright, let's go up here, and landing lights are off. Runway lights are off. Taxi lights still on. As a big plane, so we're going to take the full turn here onto November. One thing I hope PMG fixes is the flap animation. Is in the real world they shake and move on touchdown. Oh, interesting.
1.65, FedEx 1257 heavy.
I hear the reversers coming in, but I don't hear them engaging. All right, let me slow down here. Let's try it looking on the outside real quick. The animation is kind of weird. You hear that? That's so cool. When I go out of reverse, all right, so here's reverse. It's kicking in the reversers. And then that's so cool. That's so amazing. All right, we'll watch the taxi out here. Gotta watch my speed. Let's see. I'm so turned on right now with those sounds. Wow. This is incredible. Incredible. This is like an infomercial for the Soundpack. I knew it was going to be a minute one by as soon as I got the opportunity. So I'm satisfied already. One flight in, I'm totally satisfied. I'll be doing another flight or two tonight yet. But we're going to end this flight today here. I'm going to go ahead and taxi on down to FedEx land. We'll end today's flight here. And we'll pick it back up tomorrow and do some more Boris Soundpack with the 777 tomorrow morning. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm excited. I'm not quite sure where we're flying yet, or flying to yet. These sounds are going to make me go back to the Boeing. If we can do that, P2, if anyone can do it, it's Boris. Dust off that good old Alpha yoke in the closet. It's good to see some planes here finally in Memphis. It's a very nice airport too. This is what they rebrand their names to, Glide Slope or something. Used to be BW or BM or something. BM World. Yeah, you already know I'm buying the pack. You gotta fly the 777 though. You don't fly the 777 enough, P2. You gotta fly it. This is it. Put away the 350. Put away the FENIX. You're flying the 777 for a while. It's worth it, P2. Jay Russ is flying it, and he's a Airbus guy, and he's having a good time. He says. I have the TM. Oh, you have the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke? Really? I didn't know that. I had bought it from. I got it from Amazon way back when, like 2 years ago. Ended up returning it because it just for my setup it just didn't work. It just didn't work very well. But it would be a yoke that if I had to get a different yoke, like if Honeycomb wasn't available, it would definitely be the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, for sure. There's really no competition outside of that. In terms of just traditional yokes, that you obviously would go to Burner or Moza if you want to go force feedback, or you also have the flight sim one as well. But I would say one of those three if you're going force feedback, but definitely, yeah, it's no competition between the Alpha and the Thrustmaster in terms of the best yokes on the market. Just traditional yokes. They're expensive though. The sounds were boring to me in the PMDG, no longer. Yeah, the default sounds always left a little bit to be desired. Even the 737 default sounds are decent compared to the 777 ones. 777 ones they're okay, like they're fine. But nothing close to this. I'm now very curious at what PMDG is going to do with their Soundpack. Like, honestly, they should not even make it. They should have just scrapped it. I don't know how long they knew Boris was working on the Soundpack. Maybe just as long as everyone else did. But they should have just scrapped it at this point. There's no FedEx planes here. What the hell? I suppose they're all out doing their thing. There's one down there. What time is it? 6? Yeah, I suppose they're all flying out. They're all coming on into Memphis with all the goodies. I guess that makes kind of sense why there'd be no FedEx planes out here right now. There still probably should be a few. They don't fly every single plane. I don't have space on my desk to put a yoke. I'll be flying with the Moza. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. is incredible. Just incredible. Alright, we're gonna park over here, and then we're gonna give it a throttle up real quick. We're gonna test the throttle up. I gotta get the brakes on though. Get some chocks going. Get back in the cockpit here, turn off the taxi lights. And then we'll go outside view again. Let's turn right here. I love how this plane turns. I don't know how realistic it is in the real world. You know, comparing it to the MD-11, like this plane turns on a dime. It's probably not realistic, but I really like it. For a sim, it does what it's supposed to do. Alright, let me go inside again. Let me get those chocks set. So go here. We're going to go to ground connections. We're going to go set that. And then request that as well while we're here. Okay, let's listen to the sounds again. Now that we have something that's going to keep us from blowing away. The plane is moving. The plane was moving with the chalk still on there. That's cool. Let's do it one more time. I'm gonna pump up the volume, so watch your ear balls. Alright, we'll do the reverse one more time too. Man, this truly is incredible. Incredible. All right, drop down the volume now. Drop down the volume. Truly is remarkable how incredible these sounds are. All right, let's go and shut down this plane then. So external power is on. Let's go on down here. Let's just listen to this too. Engines cut off. Taking off a long time to bring it down. You can hear the wind in there. From the microphone, you can hear the wind. Gosh, incredible. Incredible work of art. Boris, congratulations. You made another incredible, incredible sound pack. Insta-buy for anyone who owns the 777 for sure. highly recommend the purchase of this incredible. Why is my spoilers out? Did that just do that on its own? Must. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got for the landing. Let's bring that up next. Oh, wrong button. All right, we'll close out today's flight. Excessively salty, welcome on in. Instabuy. Let's go into this guy. Okay, cool. Let's close out this. And installation is just drag and drop into the community folder. Felix, it did it automatically. So I have the Orbex version and it automatically dropped it into the community folder. Automatically dropped it in. Whoa, I got a 9.92. What the hell? I was off center line probably, right? $85,000. That's crazy. $85,000 for an hour-long flight. Not even an hour-long flight. We just made Irishman a crap load of money. Yeah, so we're off center line on the landing, but the landing rate 181. I will take that for sure. And then what APL, that's my next flight I have in the docket. I want to kind of do this one. Memphis to Orlando. I might do this tomorrow. Although I might do it tonight too. We'll see. P2 says, buy this even if you don't own the plane. Then buy the plane. That's great. Oh, sorry, focus. Which one is this? This is the glide slope, right? Excuse me. They're called, yeah, glide slope. They used to be called like B World or something. I don't know. Okay, so we end up getting a 98 on that flight. What happened on that one? Spoilers are down on takeoff. Huh, that's weird. Okay, 244 APL says, though. That's not good. So APL says a little higher, but that worked out just fine in my book. We got 2 flights on the docket here next in my schedule. We got Memphis to Orlando, which I might actually do tonight, like I said. And then I have this one here, although I think one of these causes a problem with Beyondatc. So I might just generate a new flight for tomorrow's flights. But we'll see how things go. But thanks everyone for coming in on this just random night stream here on the channel. Boris Soundpack is incredible, so go check that out. I think there are several other people who are streaming the Boris Soundpack. And one that I would recommend is one of my favorites. And he has 757 Spy. And yeah, he is still streaming. So if you want to give him a big shout out, here's where he is right now. Go ahead and click on that link. And he is flying the 777 as well. So go ahead and give him a quick shout out. Tell him that Lex sent him on over, or sent you on over. And we'll see everyone tomorrow for some more flying. Take care.